Welcome to this lecture. Please make sure you subscribe to this channel, turn on the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. Now in this lecture, we are going to look at how to calculate for the confidence interval for mean values. How to calculate for the confidence interval for a mean value. You have a question that says, a chemical plant produces a synthetic building material. At random, a sample is drawn to check on the hardness of the material. The result of the sampling is you are given the value. Now the question says, find a 90% confidence interval for the mean hardness of the material and interpret your result. The formula for solving this question or for calculating the confidence interval for a mean value is given by this. Formula is given by this, where in this formula our x is the mean, our s bar is the what? Is the mean, our s bar is the mean, our z alpha is the confidence interval. Z alpha over 2 is the degrees of freedom. The degrees of freedoms. This symbol here means our standard deviation. Standard deviation. And then our n is the sample space given or the number of value, the population. Are we getting in the sample space? Number of samples, sample space, or the number of sample. Now, before we'll be able to provide a solution to this table, to this particular question, we must be able to know how these values are distributed using the normal curve, and that is given by this curve here. Now in this curve, this point here is our mean, which is the point estimate. Now to this direction you have plus alpha, and to this direction you have minus alpha, telling you that the mean will either be between this alpha and what? Plus alpha. It is either the mean comes to this direction or it comes to this direction. Now whenever you are given something like this, how do you provide solution to it? First of all, we need to calculate the standard deviation and also the mean. Now the table for this particular question is given like this to calculate the standard deviation. This is the table. Now have we gotten the table? Let's solve now for the standard deviation. Now how do we use the table to actually calculate for the standard deviation? The standard deviation is given by the formula SD, or let's take it SD, is the square root of x minus s bar square, this is square root, all over n, square root of that all over n. Sorry, this square root is covering both this, all over n. Now how do we solve this? First of all, we need to look for all the parameters using this table. Now how do we get our mean? Sorry, this is supposed to be s bar, this is supposed to be s bar here. From here, what we do to get our mean, we sum everything here together. And when you sum everything here together with your calculator, when you sum everything here together, you are going to have 810. This will give us 810. Now have we gotten 810? What do? Your mean is what? The mean, s bar, is summation of x over n. That is what the mean is, where n is the number there. Now how many are here? We have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. So this will be 810 to get our mean. 810 all over 11, and this will give us 55.5. Now the next thing we need to do is s minus s bar, which is our values here minus the mean. So the first one we have here is 59.3 minus 55.5. That will give us 59.3 minus 55.5 will give us 3.8. Now the next thing is to square this value. If you square this value, you are going to have 14.44. Let's take for the next one. It will be 71.1, which is your x value minus the mean. Again, the mean is 55.5. This value will give us 15.6, and when you square it, it's going to give us 243.36. The next one is 53.6 minus the mean again, 55.5, and that continues to give us minus 1.9. Then when you square minus 1.9 to give us 3.61. The next one is 58.7 minus 55.5. This will give us minus, or this will give us 3.2. When you square it, it's going to give us 10.24. The next one is 51.2 minus 55.5, and this will give us minus 4.2. When you square this, it's going to give us 18.49. The next one is 53.6 minus 55.5. When you subtract this, it's going to give us minus 1.9 rather, not 0. This will give us minus 1.9. When you square this, it's going to give us 0.81. The next one is minus, this will be 54.6 minus t 55.5. We are subtracting from the mean, and this will give us minus 0.9. When you square this, it will give us minus 0.9 square will give us 0.81. Sorry, this particular one is going to give us, this one will give us 3.6. okay, so we give us 3.6 here, 3.6. okay, or 3.61. Now the next one is we have 50.3 minus 55.5. This will give us 50.3 minus 55.5 is minus 5.3. When you square that, it's going to give us 5.3 square. This is going to give us, I think, 28.09. okay, and this will be 58.9 minus 55.3. This will give us 58.9 minus 55.3 is 3.6 minus 3.6. So 3.6 square will give us 12.96, and the next one is 43.3 minus 55.3. This will give us 12.2 minus 12.2, and when you square this, it's going to give us 148.84. This is for 56.2 minus 55.3. This is equal to 0.7. 0.7 square is what? 0.49. Now the next thing you are going to do is to look for the summation. Sorry, there's summation in this formula here. Okay, now we are going to look for the summation. When you look for the summation, it means you should add everything here together. That is the meaning of the summation. Add everything here together. Now if you add everything here together, what is it going to give to you? It's going to give us 484. So here will be what? 484.94. so that is summation of, so we can say that our summation of x minus s bar square is equal to 484.94. Now the next thing we are going to do now is to calculate for the standard deviation. The standard deviation is equal to the square root of, now substitute in everything into this equation. It's going to give us, the summation of that gave us 484.94 divided by our n is what? 11. And this will give us 484 divided, the square root of 484 divided by 11 is going to give us, or 484 divided by 11 is going to give us 44.08. It's going to give us 44.08. So our standard deviation SD, all we'll be using small letter since, so standard deviation SD will be equals to 6.63. So that is your standard deviation. That is the standard deviation for the sample, or for the sample that was given to you. The standard deviation is 6.63. Now let's go further to calculate for the 90% confidence interval. Now we said that the formula for calculating for the 90% confidence interval is what? S bar plus or minus Z alpha this all over n. Now let's state the parameter that we've gotten. We've gotten S bar. S bar was calculated as what? It was calculated as 55.5. okay, so this becomes 55.5. then you've got to your standard deviation. Now this symbol here is your standard deviation, and that gave us, okay, let me write this symbol where this is symbol of standard deviation, and it gave us a value of what? 6.63. the next thing we need to find out is Z what? Alpha over 2. Now the Z alpha over 2 can be calculated by 1 plus your confidence interval divided by 2. This is a formula for calculating it. So you have Z alpha over 2 is equal to 1 plus the confidence interval over 2 is, now the confidence interval should be expressed in fraction. So 90% in fraction or in decimal will be 90% in decimal is 90 over 100, and this gives us 0.90. so this will be 0.90 plus 1, or 1 plus 0.90 divided by what? 2, which should be what? 1.90 divided by 2. Now 1.90 divided by 2, what is it going to give to us? 1.90 divided by 2, 1.90 divided by 2 is going to give us 0.95. So now you go to your table, there's a Z table. You go to the table and then look for the Z score that corresponds to 0.95. However, it's pertinent that you memorize the confidence, the Z score for this particular confidence level, because these are the ones that are most especially asked in most questions. They may ask you to calculate the Z score, or for, let's say, 90% confidence interval. So for 90% confidence interval, our Z raised to the power, or let's say confidence interval, let's make a table for that here. You can say the confidence interval, then Z half over 2. Now the confidence interval for 90%, our z half over 2 is 1.645. For 95, it is what? 1.96. For 98, it is 2.33, and for 99, it is 2.575. So whichever one you want to use. For instance, if they ask you 90%, instead of going to the table, you just memorize that. You know that 90% confidence interval, the z alpha over 2 is 1.645. So our z alpha over 2 here is equal to 1.645. Now substituting into this formula, what are we going to have? We have our z bar plus or minus z what? Alpha over 2 then 6 root n. Now what will be this value? This value will be, our s bar is 55.5 plus minus z alpha is 1.645 times our standard deviation is given by this symbol. Standard deviation is calculated as 6.63 divided by root of our sample space. Sample space is 11, and when you calculate this, it's going to give us 55.5 plus or minus. Now 55.5 plus or minus to be what we have here, 6.63 divided by what? 11. When you multiply this and this is going to give us 10.90 divided by root of 11. Then 55 plus or minus 10.90 divided by 3.31 is going to give us 3.29. Okay, now what are we going to do now? This value here that we've calculated as 3.29 is what is called our margin of error. Margin of error. That is to say, if there should be any error, it should be within plus or minus 3.29. Are we getting it now? Now, so definitely we can say that our margin of error, the formula for margin of error E is what? Z alpha over 2 then the standard deviation all over root of n. Exactly. So our 3.29 is our margin of error. That is to say that our answer will fall between 55, our mean value will fall between 55 plus or minus what? 3.29. So the upper value will be 55 plus 3.29, and the lower value will be what? 55 minus 3.29. So that value will be what? 55 plus 3.29. Let me quickly do that. 55 plus 3.29 and minus 3.29. That will give us 55 plus 3.29 is going to give us the upper value to be what? Okay, let me write it again. 55 plus 3.29, that will give us 58.79, and the other one is 55 minus 3.29 is going to give us 52.21. Now the question says interpret your result. Now if you want to interpret this, it means this infer, or this means that the mean estimate will be between 58.79 and what? 52.21, or you can say 52.21 and 58.79, whichever one you want to take. So that is how to provide solution to a question like this. The first thing you need to do is, first of all, calculate for the standard deviation. Have you calculated for the standard deviation? Then you calculate for the mean, then standard deviation, then you substitute in into the formula, which is S bar plus or minus Z alpha over 2, then the standard deviation all over root of n. We said the estimated value for Z alpha over 2, I gave them for 90% confidence interval, 95% confidence interval, 99 and what? 98%. So that's the solution to this question. Thank you.